A sunny November day greets South Texas as usual, but while most are spending this day working, Jonathan McComb is reflecting about a day that began similarly 6 months ago.
It was a beautiful day, sunshine, all day long. We were in the river swimming.
That day spent in Wimberley, Texas, a quaint town along the Blanco River his family had never stayed at before. Oh no! But that night became a nightmare. Severe weather pounded Wimberley. The Blanco River rose to a record 44 feet that night in mere minutes, knocking the home they stayed in off its foundation, sending it flying downstream. And one by one, Jonathan lost loved ones into the river. His wife, Laura, his 6-year-old son, Andrew, his 4-year-old daughter, Leighton, and friends.
I was shaking so bad, one from knowing what just happened and knowing I was never going to see my family and friends again.
6 months later,
yeah, come here.
Jonathan is now living a new normal, but his home remains the exact same as it did before his family left that weekend. Toys, stuffed animals, still laying out.
How did you walk back into this house that has so many memories of your family? I mean, how did you do that?
And lots of people have asked me that question. I said, there was so many good memories here that it does make me feel better. I mean, I think if I went somewhere else where their memory wasn't, that I felt like I would maybe lose them again for a second time.
But now, these memories hold his greatest moments, starting with what he calls the first best day of his life, his wedding day with Laura.
A lot of good memories.
And something special he just found from their honeymoon now rests on top of a wedding picture that shows just how in love they were.
And that's actually a champagne cork from our honeymoon in Anguilla, 05.
And then, a few years later, the second best day of his life, the day his son Andrew was born, the son he always wanted.
You like to fish with you, right?
I like to fish, I like to hunt, go to the ranch.
Andrew's words now keeping his spirit alive. His school just found his daily classroom journal, Jonathan reading through it for the first time.
One day I was at school and it was the best day ever because it was Valentine's.
And then one page that wasn't about school, but about his dad, a simple sentence and drawing.
My dad is the best because he plays with me.
Andrew was the best big brother to his little sister Leighton. The day she was born, the third best day of Jonathan's life. Like any little girl, she loved the color pink and playing dress up. That sweet smile, the last thing Jonathan would see before he went to bed.
I'd blow her a kiss and she'd catch it and then she'd put it in her heart and she'd blow it back to me and I'd catch it and so it was always special.
Jonathan's brother Justin still struggling to answer a question his oldest son Alex has asked over and over again.
Dad, if we haven't found Leighton, how do we know that she's in heaven? That's what we have to believe. That whether or not we find Leighton's body, we know that Leighton is waiting there for us.
And it's that faith that keeps Jonathan and his family strong, which is why there is a fourth best day of his life.
Knowing that they're all in heaven, without a doubt. If I had doubts, I'm not sure that I could be where I am today.
He knows he's never alone.
Daddy misses you. I'm not going to forget you.
And most importantly, never without love. Briana, Whitney, 3 News.